Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is season 7 of Conan by Monolith. And this is our setup video for a scenario called Cursed Mirrors. And it's featuring the Kushite Witch Hunters expansion pieces. So for those of you guys that aren't familiar, Kushite Witch Hunter expansion, it's a small box expansion for Conan by Monolith. And it's got 4 miniatures, fantastic looking witch hunters. We've already painted them up, so we'll get the miniatures out of the box. It also comes with the 4 tokens, the four player cards for each one. This scenario we're going to set up will be without Conan, so this is also kind of stunning. And as you can see, we're using the Ruined Castle board. So we'll set up Hydrathis and Belit, and we'll also set up the 5 Belit guards. We'll get the Overlord's deck set up with the tokens, and then we'll walk you through all of the components for both the Kushite Witch Hunter expansion set as well as the Cursed Mirrors playthrough, which I think you guys are going to really like. It's a really cool one. So, as we're getting the board ready, just check out the miniature paintings here. You can check out the full painting video down in the links below. But yeah, you get Belit, Hydrathis, Belit's guards, and the 4 Kushite warriors look fantastic. So let's slow the video down and walk through the rest of the setup. Okay, so we've gone ahead and gotten the main board set up. We've got Hydrathis and Belit at the top. We've got our Kushite witch hunters on the board. And let's kind of we'll read through the scenario and take a look at the different features for the game. Okay, so the name of this scenario is The Cursed Mirrors, and here's the read-through. It says, "The Queen of the Black Coast is pleased. Accompanying this priest of Asura named Hydrathis had proved to be the right choice. Standing there in the front of the ruins of a forgotten 1,000-year-old building engulfed in the lush vegetation, she has no regrets accepting the small fortune that the priest has given her to be escorted to the wild shores of the Kush kingdom. Not knowing how to control her greed, the Shemite devil, surrounded by a handful of her black buccaneers, has followed the priest through the sinister jungle in the hope of discovering a much more impressive bounty. She has the feeling that Hydrathis is pursuing relics of immeasurable value. During his mystical research, Hydrathis has discovered that mirrors belonging to the wizard Tuzun Thun of ancient Velusia are still intact. They could help him call into question reality as we know it, thus giving concrete evidence to the sacred word of Asura, who teaches his disciples that life is an illusion and that truth lies beyond death. While the priest rejoices at the idea of getting his hands on the cursed mirrors, the small group is unaware of the impending danger. Indeed, following his divinations to the temple of Jula, the fearful inquisitor Agira has sent his fanatical witch hunters on their trail. Agira, who spends his life chasing and slaughtering all demon-summoning sorcerers, intends to destroy the sacrilegious relics and chastise the heretics. Whoa, this is some adventure. So here we go, Belit and Hydrathis. We've got their minis. I've got a paint-through video I did quite a while ago. This was one of my first mini paint-throughs. So if you guys want to go check that out, you can see Hydrathis and the rest of the characters. We are playing with the Kushite Witch Hunters box set. So these are those Kushite Witch Hunters that they were mentioning in the Cursed Mirrors scenario. Let's take a look at the 4 characters. So we've got Afari, Gayur, Shuba, and Shafia. And we'll highlight those miniatures as we go. We get into the game. But we've got those guys on the river here. We've got 10 gems to start on the Overlord's board. Hydrathis and Belit start out with their gems, and we also have to set up spells. So Belit starts out with her halberd, and Hydrathus sets out with his some spears, some spells. So he's got Born by the Wind, Sets Possession, and Lightning Storm. So Born by the Wind, a Lightning Storm, Sets Possession, and Born by the Wind. So those are Hydrathus' spells. He's got the following three. We'll just place those up by his character. And he also gets his sword. So we can grab his sword out of the... And Belit has her halberd. Usually she has what's called the ornamental spear. So I guess this scenario it's a little different. So let's give her the halberd for Belit, and we'll also give Hydrathus the sword. It's Conan's sword, just a plain sword. I think he'll be fine. A dagger, a parrying dagger, a tribal mace. Here's a sword for Hydrathus. Okay, so he gets a sword. She gets the halberd. And now I think that the wizard, Shuba, has energy drain, mind control, energy drain, and teleportation. Whoa, that's a strong one. Okay, so these are Shuba's spells. So Shuba is over here. This one is Shuba. So we'll place the spells of Shuba here. We're also playing with the we're also going to be playing with the solo deck that that I downloaded and printed up from Board Game Geeks. So that's how we'll drive the Overlord player. And lastly, some geometry of the board here. So let's just talk about what's on the board. So we've got Belit's guards around the tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 in the courtyard, 5. We've got some rock slides here. We've already got one of the Chayur is already climbed the wall. We've got Shuba is outside the wall. And we've got Shafia and Afari coming in through the main entrance. And you can see on the board there's these 3 tokens. These are those magic mirrors that they were talking about, that Hydrathus was looking for. These mirrors are the witch hunters are coming to destroy those mirrors. So these artifacts, during the setup, the Overlord places the artifacts represented tokens as indicated in the setup diagram. The Kushites, Afari, Gayor, Shafia, and Shuba, if they're in an artifact area, they may perform a melee attack and roll at least 2 symbols in a single attack to destroy the artifact. Belit's guards can use sacrifice to protect the artifact, so they can throw their body in front of the artifact. Belit's guards have the sacrifice, so they are sworn to protect those artifacts. And I think that's just about going to do it for the game wrap up. So before we jump into turn 1, quick shout out to Pontos Fathom Press, 3-volume set of Cthulhu journals out of Lovecraft's Providence. Volume 1, Genealogy of Cthulhu. Volume 2 is not Hermeticism of Hastur. Volume 2 is the Psychoanalysis of Rilliet, and Volume 3, Archaeology of Rog-Sothoth. Hermeticism of Hastur is the second book of our upcoming trilogy, Necronomicon Fragment Volume 2, Disclosure from the Necronomicon Fragment. This is in proof now, should be ready by the middle of the year. Goes along with Necromancy of Nyarlathotep and the Alchemy of Azathoth. So if you guys go check out those links below, really helps out the channel. Also, liking and subscribing. We do a lot of games here. Love to give you content. If you can let the videos play through the end. I try to keep the videos from 10 to 15 minutes so they're not too long. Really helps with the algorithm. If you could also ring the bell, you'll get notified when a new gameplay comes out. So that would really help us out. So go check out our Patreon, check us out on our other socials, and we'll see you in turn 1 if you click over here, and talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.